Sex Guys, the co-host of the Get Greasy podcast. It's all about the Trailer Park Boys. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Tulsa's Zach Aiden, ladies and gentlemen. So I just got a bidet, bought a bidet, and I'm just better than all of you. I just want to say that right now. The amount of confidence you get when a bolt of water shoots into your asshole is indescribable, I have to say. Like, it spoiled me. I've only had it for a week and I can't use regular bathrooms anymore. I can't do it. Like, I'm staying at my mom's right now and she doesn't have a bidet. Trash. Like, but what she does have is a detachable shower head with the same amount of pressure in different adjustable settings, yeah. We've been fighting a lot this week. She's like, can't you do this in the tub? You're getting water all over the floor. And I'm like, that's not where the bidet goes. The bidet is not in the shower. But my mom is interesting. My mom was born in Japan, but grew up her whole life in Tulsa, Oklahoma. My mom is kind of like a white trash Asian. Like, that's, you know, just like a lot of smart with a lot of garbage. Like, my mom's kind of like if Lucy Liu and Kid Rock had a baby. You know? Or for a more updated reference, Aquafina and Post Malone. Like, that's, you know. Like, my mom is a very smart person, but she'll just sit in a pool all day and get wrecked on Coors Light while wearing a cowboy hat. And I'm like, what are you doing, Mom? You've never ridden a horse in your life. What's going on? You know? She's, you know, she'll like, she's, you know, someone who's like, she just lost her job recently, which is unfortunate, but she's someone who's very positive. She's like, you know, jobs come and go. It is what it is. You know, I'll find another one. You know, but at the same time, she believes Nickelback should be in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. And I'm like, bitch, this is why you get fired, because you believe in stupid shit, Mom. You know, you guys talk to your mom like that. Anyway, like she can speak fluent Japanese. I've seen her do it. She talks to her mom in Japanese. I've seen her talk to her relatives in Japanese. She yelled at my brother and I in Japanese. But God forbid she hears someone speak Spanish and she's like, go back to your country, this is America, America, America. And I'm like, Jesus Christ, Mom, get back in the fucking pool. Those are your neighbors. They're Cambodian. She's not smart. Anyway. But yes, I'm Japanese. I'm actually German, Italian, and Japanese. I'm the Axis powers of World War II combined into this one sexy body you see before you. You know? But I grew up in a small town called Cushing, Oklahoma, and all that just translates to is, hey, Asian kid. Like, that's all that becomes. I got picked on constantly in school. Kids would come up to me and be like, hey, Zach, how's Hiroshima? Oh, it's gone! And run off into the night. But I can get back at him. I'd be like, hey, guys, how's Pearl Harbor? Oh, it's gone! I got the shit beat out of me a lot for that joke. But it was mine. It was special. Girls would come up to me and be like, Zach, teach us Kung Fu, then do our nails. And I'm like, ah, you silly bitches. I can't do nails, that's the Vietnamese. Like, come on, get your racism right. The thing that bothered me, though, is they would always come up to me and tell me I had squinty eyes. That was the thing that bothered me the most, because I don't think I had squinty eyes. But they would always come and be like, hey, Zach, why don't you open your eyes when you talk to me, you know? And I'd be like, hey, Kyle, you gonna shoot up a school today? I got beat up for that, but not shot, so I'm doing all right. You got a boring job? Anybody got jobs here? Genevieve doesn't. But, you know, that's besides. I have a boring job. My job's like does anybody have one of those jobs where like nothing's happening and you're just kind of like, man, I wish anything would happen. And then the minute someone walks in, you're like, God damn it, no! Now I have to work. Don't make me do what they're paying me to do, please. Like I have a boring job. I'm a bank teller. Like, I have the most boring job in the world. But every once in a while, something cool happens. Like, the other day, this guy came in to cash a check. No big deal, easy peasy. I'm kind of pretty good at it. Like, I'm not trying to brag, but I can count money pretty well. And he's on his phone, I'm doing the thing, and all of a sudden, porn starts playing on his phone. Like, full volume pornography. And he freaked out. He was like, oh shit. Shut it off, and he looked at me and he was like, memes, right? I was like, yeah, I can eat memes. Like, it's me be honest, we all knew it was porn. I knew the exact video he was watching. So when the stepmom gets stuck in the staircase, it's great. I highly recommend it. It's a good one. The quality's great, sound, the acting's mad. Made me wonder, is she really a stepmom? I don't know. It wasn't super believable. I'm not a big fan of people who call themselves grammar Nazis. I'm not big on these types of people. I don't like grammar Nazis, you know? Because I'm like, when did it become okay to associate ourselves with a group of people who almost wiped out another group of people, you know? I thought Nazis were the bad guys, you know? I feel like they just look at me like I'm an illiterate Jew, and I don't appreciate that. Not the illiterate part, the Jew part, you know? I don't appreciate that. I don't like it. Like, I'm like, when did it become okay, you know, to associate ourselves with the bad guy? I guess it's only okay when it comes to grammar and soup. I don't know. That's an old reference. But there hasn't been an updated soup reference since then, so fuck off. But, you know, I don't know if you guys can tell, I'm sick. I had my medical marijuana card. I'm obviously a very sick-looking person, if you can't tell. I'm someone that's like, I just want like weed to be legalized, decriminalized, whatever, throughout everything, everywhere. Why not? But not because it would be like good for everybody, but so that we can forever refer to the era on as the Stone Age. That's a callback to a recent era. That's like Comedy 101. We'd be remiss not to do that. You know, it'd be silly. I actually, the other day, just caught my brother smoking weed, which is crazy. You know, he doesn't do anything. He's a goody two-shoes. So I caught him smoking weed, and I kind of freaked out a little bit. I was like, oh shit, you're smoking weed! And he got all freaked out. He was like, oh my god, please shut up, don't be mad at me. Don't be mad at me, please don't tell mom and dad. I don't want them to know, please don't be mad at me. And I was like, why would you be mad? You use weed. Like, I'm sick, I have my card. And he's like, yeah, but it's your weed. And, I told my parents. I let them know almost immediately. And I got his PlayStation and my weed back, so I've got a good weed. I don't know if you guys... But I gotta say, like, I've hit this point where I'm like, man, I might smoke too much. Like, I've started to hit this epiphany because anytime I get any amount of cash, I know how much weed I can buy with said cash. Like the other day I was helping my dad and he paid me $60. And I'm like, awesome, that's a quarter. And he was like, what? And I was like, nothing, don't worry about that. Never do. And every, Christmas and birthdays, I get cards with money in it. I'm like, keep coming, Daddy needs a new ounce, maybe two, you know? I know how much are in these cards. I saw my landlord yesterday, he was like, yo, you have rent? I'm like, rent? You need 3 ounces, 12 edibles, 16 dabs, and 4 joints? Never heard of it. I'm gonna be late this month. I've had a lot of friends, though, that have started getting their medical marijuana cards. A lot of sick people getting their cards, you know, it's nice to see. But they've started to develop like this weird lingo, vocabulary for everything to do with weed. It's very strange. Like the other day, my friend calls me. He's like, hey, what are you up to? And I was like, nothing. He's like, I've got a bleezy here. Why don't you come smoke? And I'm like, what the fuck is a bleezy? He's like, it's a blunt. And I'm like, well, just say blunt. Be an adult. Like, come on. And he's like, oh, whatever, dude. Like, just come over. Like, Steve's here. Him and me want to smoke. And I was like, I'm sorry. Did you say him and me? It's he and I, you fucking idiot. Jesus Christ. No, I'm not going to have smoke with you illiterate Jews. That sounds terrible. That's fucking stupid. I noticed we measure things weird in this country. Like, I was hanging out with a buddy the other day. He just got a new car. And he was showing me the trunk space. He's like, look at all this trunk space. You can fit like 6 bodies in here. I'm like, that's a strange way to measure that. I was like, maybe if you said, 2 bodies in a duffel bag with a head, I believe you, but... Like, I was at an amusement park the other day, and they were like, this roller coaster is as tall as 3 Statues of Liberty. And I'm like, that's neat. How tall is the Statue of Liberty? They're like, about 13 buses. I'm like, what the fuck are these measurements? No wonder we can't get it together. I have a buddy who gets mad at unrealistic things in movies. So I was like really hard to hang out with him, because, And the other day we were watching a movie. There's a period piece set in the past, ancient civilization type of stuff. And there's a scene where the characters walk into a restaurant. And this took him completely out of the movie. He was like, why would that be there? The concept of a restaurant wouldn't even have existed to the civilization. That is so fucking stupid. And I was like, bro, it's the Emperor's New Groove. Like, I'm like, you're mad that they're at a restaurant, but not the fact that he's a talking llama? Like, where are your priorities? Or the fact that Disney somehow made David Spade likable? Thank you guys so much. My name is Zach.